Hey everyone, welcome back to Micaiah Wealth Building channel. Today, we're going to talk about a serious issue that affects millions of people every year: identity theft. Identity theft is when someone steals your personal information and uses it without your permission, typically for financial gain. This can include your name, address, social security number, and credit card information. It can happen to anyone, and it's important to take steps to protect yourself. So, let's get started. What is identity theft? Identity theft is a type of fraud that occurs when someone steals your personal information and uses it to open credit accounts, make purchases, or even apply for a loan. This can lead to financial loss and damage to your credit score. Identity theft can happen in a number of ways, including phishing scams, skimming, hacking, and dumpster diving. How to protect yourself from identity theft? The good news is that there are steps you can take to protect yourself from identity theft. Here are some tips. 1. Make sure your passwords are strong and unique, and don't use the same password for multiple accounts. 2. Don't give out personal information over the phone or online unless you know who you're dealing with. Be especially cautious with unsolicited emails or phone calls. 3. Check your bank and credit card accounts regularly for any unauthorized transactions. 4. Use two-factor authentication. This adds an extra layer of security to your accounts by requiring a code sent to your phone or email in addition to your password. 5. Shred any documents that contain personal information before throwing them away. 6. Make sure your operating system, antivirus software, and other programs are up to date to protect against security vulnerabilities. Here's a pro tip to help protect your personal information and prevent identity theft. Don't send your social security number to multiple people each year to do your tax return. Instead, designate one trusted individual, such as a tax professional or accountant, to handle your taxes. This can help reduce the risk of your social security number falling into the wrong hands and being used for fraudulent purposes. It's important to be cautious with your personal information, especially your social security number, which is a key piece of information that identity thieves often target. By limiting the number of people who have access to your social security number, you can reduce your risk of identity theft and protect your financial well-being. So, remember to be vigilant with your personal information and take steps to protect yourself from identity theft. How to check if your identity has been stolen? If you're concerned that your identity may have been stolen, there are several signs to look out for. These include unauthorized transactions on your bank or credit card accounts, bills for services or products you didn't buy, a sudden drop in your credit score, notices from the IRS that someone has filed a tax return using your social security number. If you suspect that your identity has been stolen, you should take action immediately. Contact your bank or credit card company, file a police report, and freeze your credit reports. The following are real-life examples of identity theft. Unfortunately, identity theft is a very real problem that affects people every day. Let's take a look at a few examples. Jennifer's story. Jennifer received a call from her bank one day informing her that her account had been drained. It turned out that someone had stolen her identity and used it to open several credit accounts. Jennifer spent months working with the bank and credit bureaus to clear her name and regain control of her finances. Tom's story. Tom applied for a loan and was shocked to discover that his credit score had plummeted. After some investigation, she learned that someone had opened several credit accounts in her name and racked up thousands of dollars in debt. It took her years to repair the damage and restore her credit. Maria's story. Maria received a notice from the IRS that someone had filed a tax return using her social security number. Maria was shocked to learn that someone had stolen her identity and filed a fraudulent tax return. She spent months working with the IRS to clear her name and get her refund, which had been stolen by the identity thief. The experience left her feeling violated and vulnerable. David's story. David's credit card information was stolen when he used it at a gas station. The thief used his card to make several large purchases, leaving David with a large bill to pay. He was fortunate that his bank was able to quickly detect the fraud and reverse the charges, but he still felt violated and unsafe. These stories illustrate just how devastating identity theft can be. It can cause financial loss, damage to credit scores, and emotional distress. It's important to take steps to protect yourself and be vigilant for any signs of fraud. In conclusion, identity theft is a growing problem that affects millions of people every year. By taking steps to protect yourself, such as using strong passwords, monitoring your accounts, and shredding documents, you can reduce your risk of becoming a victim. If you suspect that your identity has been stolen, it's important to take action immediately to minimize the damage. We hope this video has been informative and helpful in keeping you safe from identity theft. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more helpful content.